September 26, 2022, and at 5 a.m. my time, Pacific time, and which would be about 8:20 Eastern. All right, last week I talked. We opened, or we didn't open up, but I made my video somewhere in here. You can see I gave all downward targets. Didn't really talk much about the upside. Probably going to do the same today. So let's look at what's happened over from the end of Friday up until Sunday morning till today. Right, so we closed out. We have a new CPR. It's a fairly tight range. This morning, looks like at 4 a.m. Eastern, we came up and tagged it, went slightly above it. We got rejected down, came down. We have a support box here at 36.77 to 36.80, I think it is. Can't even read that. 36.60. So came down, tagged that, came back up to CPR, tested it, rejected. Okay, so you can see my CPR, the bottom side is red, so we stay down below, we're bearish. We go above, we're bullish. So with all the sentiment, we're obviously bearish. We'll see how this plays out today. Let me just check one thing. All right, so there's a good chance that today that we kind of mess around in here. So I'll be looking, potentially we have this 4A. We came down. I'm just going off the cuff here. We come back up. Maybe we get a little bullish. I don't know. So I'm kind of thinking now. And why do I think that? Well, I go back and say, how did wave 2 turn out? Wave 2, as ugly as it was and as flat as it was, we basically came down 1, 2, and down, got rejected, right? So what I would expect on this wave 4 is a little more complex. In a simple world, we would go down from 3, 4, and come down. Well, 3, 4, and I would anticipate an A, B, C. So A, B, C. So before we head down. Now that's very simplistic drawing. The reality is we might even do something like this, right? Come down, maybe test the bottom of that, head back up, come up something like that, and this could extend out a couple days. I do like my target somewhere down here in 35.87, 35.89. And the longer this takes, then obviously the lower we can go. So my box is probably going to end up to be something like this, right? So we can do 35.80, 3600. So 20-point range in there is where I would anticipate. Actually, up until this video, I didn't anticipate this ABC. And I say it's an ABC, but it's very simplistic, meaning that we're going to go down, up, and then down. So that's what I would anticipate. If this is a true wave 4, then I expect more wave side. Now, could this be something like this as it's turning out so far? Yeah, absolutely. These waves aren't set for timing or anything else. They're just set to show you potential market direction. So would I expect to get up here to 37.79? Not really. I don't think we have that much strength, but that is a possibility. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as of right now in the last 2 minutes when I started this video. So there you go. All right, that's my thoughts for today. If not, I have some downward targets. Target 1, 36.44 if we're so weak and we continue down. 36.44. Target 2, 36.05. Target 3, 35.89. The longer this takes, the lower we can go before we probably hit this trend line. I'd have to redo these trend lines. Apparently they didn't like when I moved my chart around this morning. So I'll play with that later. Okay, that's what I've got. Here's SPY. You want to see SPY. Okay, so we had this nice crab harmonic pattern develop, back in June. I started talking about it probably in July or August. I would have liked to have seen, somewhere in 450, which I think everybody was anticipating the market to go up that high. That would have been fantastic, but nope, we came down to the trend line into the 200-day and got rejected. Came down, we had some targets here. We hit target 1 at 408, target 2 at 394, and target 3 at 371. I mean, it's pretty simple. And look at that. Gapped over that, came down. So, yeah, I would not be surprised for a bounce here. I would not be surprised, to come down and hit these, make a lower low before we bounce up. So that's just the thought. Ideally, would like to see a bounce at 343, which is 127.2%. But market's going to do what the market's going to do. Okay, I have one more thing to show you. I think is Apple, and even if Apple bounces up here today, I still like it short, right? I think it's just giving you a better entry to go short. So the higher we go, for me, the better. It'll still constitute a short. So I'm short. I'm out 3 weeks, 2 weeks now. And I'm targeting somewhere down in this 140 range. I think is a very legitimate number. Realistically, 135. So there you go. There's Apple. So I think if we do bounce up, get up into this area 153, I think it's just setting up for another short. All right. Good luck and have a good day.